hundreds of battles throughout the season, we finally determine a champion tonight. As EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings you the biggest game of them all, the Super Bowl. Up next, one team's name will join NFL immortality at the end of tonight's battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. Kate Scott and Brock Heward, happy to have you with us. And this an unusual spot to be, Brock. Both teams here, well, they have fought and earned their way to this one. Yet this still looks like could be one of the more lopsided Super Bowl matchups that we have seen in our time in the NFL.
It looks that way on paper, but we know. We've watched it through the centuries. Right? We know that upsets happen in this moment. Broadway Joe's guarantee and the Jets win. Just the Tyrese only catch is those Giants shock the Patriots in their perfection. And that lesser-known Tom Brady, yeah, they too got past the greatest show on turf. This moment, underdogs emerge.
A tradition started back in 1967 has now reached its diamond anniversary. And off we go in Super Bowl 60. The coverage team gets him down to the 26-yard line. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. They're led out by one of the game's most tenured veterans and most decorated quarterbacks of all time, Aaron Rodgers.
Well, here he is, Kate, in the role that I and so many other quarterbacks dreamed of being in during our careers, leading the AFC champions out on a Super Bowl Sunday. The journey? Well, it's only become more difficult every step along the way, from the regular season through each rung of the playoffs. And it's prepared him for the moment he's walking in right now.
Now running for the first time with Jalen Warren. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. At the 20. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers take a 6-0 lead right away. So one snap, and they're in the end zone, Brock. Tell those stat keepers to be ready. Might be a very busy game for them.
I'm kind of up for that. You kind of like that little pace?
A hundo, partner, 100%.
And to do it on the ground to boot. What a way to begin the proceedings. The first punch thrown in the four-quarter boxing match ends up being a haymaker.
Chris Boswell for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
7, Ravens nothing.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Rasheen Ali on the return. Making some progress here. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
Kate, this is one of those moments that I so wish we had those thought bubbles, that we could see and hear every thought going through his mind as he runs on the field on this Super Bowl Sunday. I'm sure there's some anxiety. I'm sure there's a little bit of nervousness, but I know when that ball gets snapped in his hands, this guy is ready for this moment because he's proved it all season long.
And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Ravens first down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
That's a Super Bowl caliber stop right there as they finish that play off behind the line. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
And he's brought down after a short gain.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. I'll air it out on 3rd. He's going to run for it. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
That is such a good play defensively. A play you could take a whole bunch of pride in not only stopping the passing game, but the effort to get to the quarterback before he could scramble for the first.
Don't want to punt from here, but too far for a field goal as well. They're going for it here. 4th down, he calls his own number on the option. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And a Baltimore first down.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Out of the gun, Henry. That's a solid block in there, springs him for 8. It's going to be 2nd down. He rips off 8 yards, and that's going to close out our first quarter. So Super Bowl 60, a quarter of the way done. The Steelers have played to an early lead. More from Santa Clara coming up. Enough waiting, we're back, and it's time to resume play here in Super Bowl 60 from Santa Clara. They're advancing it well as they face 2nd down. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
A gain of 17 yards.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Lamar's going to keep this one. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. It's a pickup of 5, and that brings up 2nd and goal.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Now we are still waiting for the scoring for anybody really to get going as we've hit our 2-minute warning. More from Super Bowl 60 and Santa Clara in just a moment. Henry. And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Ravens earn the chance to tie before halftime. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. All right, so we're already into the 2nd quarter, Brock, but that was just their opening drive of this football game. Fortunately, they did get a touchdown out of it.
Yep, and if opportunities with the ball are going to be as infrequent as they've been to start this game, you got to make each and one of those chances count. In that area, they are perfect 1-for-1.
That is Tyler Loop, now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. On the return, here's Gainwell. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense for their second drive of the game. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Gainwell. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Rodgers from the gun. Caught into the hands of Freiermuth. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. A gain of 26 yards there. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says two things in every production meeting. Number one, well, we got to stop the run. And number two, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute. Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Brought in close to the 8. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers get some late points and the lead. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Boswell to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7.
Ravens 7.
Points are huge. Make us happy. Get these 3 points. Talk about a chip shot.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Ali to return it. You're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33. Now we'll get set to see the Baltimore offense for the second time. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. On first down, Jackson. Complete out to the right side. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
5 still to go here. This is second down. Lamar now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
First and 10 at the
They like to say it's about the
49-yard
Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. First and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. Well, he's been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
Now, I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yeah.
And I look at it through those optics so much, but it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
Lamar throwing again. Short pass brought in. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. All right, now a timeout is called. 9 seconds to go in this half.
Third and 4.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
So here comes the kick team for what will be a very long attempt. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. It's far enough, but no good. He sent it just a little bit right. And the deficit stays at 7.
Hey, listen, I know kickers are arguably better today than they've ever been in the history of football. But anything from 60-plus is still awfully ambitious. And that time, it didn't pan out.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. First and 10. The final throw before the break. And he's going to let this fly towards the end zone. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. But they just can't finish the play.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks for that update, Scott. Welcome back, everyone, for the third quarter. Got a one-touchdown game here as we get you back down to the field. Well, we all enjoyed that halftime show, right, Brock? These guys were strategizing how to win that Lombardi. We're back underway in the Super Bowl. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Here comes the Baltimore offense to begin quarter number 3. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. They motion Bateman over right. This one left for Lamar. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Finds him over the middle. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
From the gun, run for Henry. Trucks the defender. Had some room to work, and he took advantage. Give him 7.
He was taken down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. A draw now. This is Henry. Nothing doing on the draw, Brock. That's going to send him backwards ahead of 3rd down. A great call in a short yardage situation right there, Brock, and that was exactly the type of front that defense needed to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love the X's and O's of it, and then even more, the guys going out there and executing it, pulling the trigger to create that loss.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. Throw right side is caught by Hopkins. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
On 1st and 10, it's Henry. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Hard to believe, but just 1 quarter left in our season. We're through 3 in Super Bowl 60. The Ravens have the football, but not the lead. 1 frame to change that if they want to win another Super Bowl title. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Another run for Henry. And that 2nd down run is only going to manage a yard.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
Nice drive here. It's up to 8 plays as they get set for 3rd and 6. He's back to throw. He's able to hit Flowers. Caught. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Give him 8 on that one. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He'll set up the screen for Henry. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Ravens losing by 7. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Looking to his fullback now. And he's able to get this down to the 13. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
At the 13-yard line.
Second and 3 now. He'll look to throw it. And they got there in time. He's taken down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. Now to throw. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. They just can't finish the play.
QB took a chance right there, and he nearly paid dearly for it. You know, that's one of those situations, Kate, that if you're going to put the ball in harm's way, you got to make sure it's your guy or nobody's guy.
Desperation time here. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
Oh, there was so much good on that play. Right play call, good route, great throw, Kate. Just needed to make the catch. That's a situation you expect your guys to convert in every time.
The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours.
They're going to pass it here. And Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And they'll have just one left to burn now. Expect the defense to be coming again here after that sack. It is 2nd and 16. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. This is Metcalf working that right side. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes, just like that.
Looking to throw. This finds its target. That's Metcalf. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. It's a gain of 22. And the Steelers have a first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Here's a design run. And the Pittsburgh Steelers are the first to 7. They're once again your Super Bowl champions, and with it, the most successful franchise in NFL history. Well, Brock, we've been lucky enough to call a bunch of these now, and we see so much history made in every Super Bowl, but this one comes a little extra. They're the first team to win 7 titles, and it could be years, maybe even a decade or two, until we see somebody match the level of success that they have had since this franchise joined the NFL.
Yeah, you know, Kate, in the time it takes somebody else to reach 7 Super Bowl wins, who knows? This team might pick up an 8th trophy, maybe a 9th, challenge for double digits.